All right. This is what, Tuesday, April 7th. The stock market has been open for almost 30 minutes now. And um, we'll go over just one trade right now, which is DocuSign. DocuSign I bought yesterday, and I bought yesterday off the strength of its candlestick. And what happened here is that it found some weakness. Um, uh, After the market opened. So right around $92, that's when it started to find some pullback. Um, so as we see here on the day chart, it closed at $90.16, I believe. And then when the market opened, it opened at $90.91, even though in the pre-market it did get the $92. Um, Typically, I would have sold in the pre-market, but I wanted to use this one account to have a position where I can hold stock for a little bit longer in term. I felt like this still has some potential on the upside, but since I bought at 90 or $89 and it was starting to pull back, I didn't want to sell at 92. I was thinking that it would have more strength on the day, even though I wasn't particularly looking to day trade it. I really did wanted to hold it, but I also didn't want to go through losing. So since it was pulling back, I said let me just cut my losses instead. So that's what I did. I cut my losses, and I think it's going to pull back even further because, as we can tell here on the day chart, we have this purple line. The purple line is the VWAP, and with the VWAP, since it is at now 89.65, but since the other EMAs are starting to trade below it, so the 50, the 100, and the 200 are starting to trade below the VWAP. I particularly believe it's going to go a little bit lower. Um, this also is a good indicator when knowing that the stock could go lower because it's just really the flip of what I do bullish on a bullish chart versus now this chart is starting to, well, on the day it's starting to become bearish, right? So the 50 day is pulling down where the 200 day is already below the VWAP. So the VWAP is at 89.64. The 50 is at 89.71, and the 200 was already at 89.75. So 89.75, and the VWAP is pulling down below that 89.64. You know, I could see that both the 50 and the 200 are going to go a little bit lower, and it might actually retest the lower lows at 87.83. So here is this is a prime example of lower lows, right? So the stock is going from one low to another low to another low, and it should test this low. If this low at 87.87 is tested, anticipate or expect these EMAs to cross below the VWAP and precipitate the price down lower. So that would be just something just to look at and just kind of observe. Like I said, I didn't sell it in the pre-market, and I typically would want to sell in the pre-market, but I was interested more in holding it a little bit longer. So it didn't do what I wanted it to do, so I got out, cut my losses. Other than that, I believe there is one other stock that I'm just kind of looking at just because I like the chart. I like the chart altogether, even though it's a semiconductor company. The semiconductors are just like biotech. Semiconductors can move just as fast. So, I do like keeping my eye on semiconductors a lot. There's a lot of potential to earn in biotech and in semiconductor industries. So, um, we'll come back to this one. This is the ACM research. So we'll come back to this one. While I was talking, it was around $34 and then it pulled back. So I just want to see where it goes and see if I would be interested in purchasing any. Um, it's a The volume is pretty thin. It's a low float also. So that's something else that I'm looking at. Right now is trading above the VWAP, but the moving averages are way below it. So the potential of it coming down to $31 is still there. So I don't want to be a part of anything that requires me to suffer that much. So, so if it does come all the way back, then I'm no longer interested. As we can see right here, it's showing that it could precipitate on down. And this is here, this is MACD, and on the RSI, it's showing that the relative strength is going down towards a bearish indicator. So indication. So it's not there. It's just starting to form. So we'll see. I'll take some interest a little bit later. So that's all I got for now. The loss on DocuSign, DOCU, as we can see now, is at 88.03. You know, maybe I could have sold in the pre-market, and that's probably something more of my day trading technique. So I just still continue just to hold on to the day trading as opposed to looking to trade longer term. So hopefully this video was helpful. If you want, you can subscribe and click the like symbol, a like thumbs up if you actually like this video and learning a little bit about VWAP, particularly during a live trading session. All right, thank you.